welcome to Easy Piecy Quilts. I'm Juliah Tiedemann, and today we're going to be talking about the Match Play Argyle quilt. This quilt is a golfer's quilt at heart. It is a quilt that was designed for my family. We have lots of golfers in my family. I have 3 daughters that golf, my husband golfs, my in-laws golf, so we are always having fun out on the golf course, and this quilt was designed just for that. So here is a version of this quilt that looks much more golfy than the one behind me. This was made with fabric by Riley Blake, Tara Reid Golf Days. And we will have some kits available for this fabric, but unfortunately this fabric is no longer in print. So when those are out, they're out. The other version of this quilt behind me was made with Bee Dots by Lori Holt for Riley Blake, and it is just a more fun, girly Argyle quilt. So this quilt doesn't necessarily have to have that golf feel, although I love the fact that it is a man's quilt, or it can be. I think it's harder to find those patterns for men that they really will enjoy, and so this is definitely one of those patterns, or that was my intention for that. This quilt comes in 3 different sizes in the pattern, and so that makes it easy. You know, a lot of times I get requests for people for baby quilts, actually, for a golfing family, and so this would fit into that category, but it also goes up to a queen size quilt. And I think that you will have fun constructing this quilt because you are not going to have to do all those little tiny pieces that you're seeing. That's all strip pieced, so you'll have 5 different strip piecing sections, and that's all laid out in the quilt pattern. You'll cut those off in sections, and then as you construct the blocks, that makes it very easy to do that. So let's get started doing the Match Play Golf Argyle quilt. There are quite a few little pieces in this quilt, but we are going to put them together by strip piecing, and that is going to make this quilt come together a lot more quickly. So you are going to take strips of fabric, various widths, by width of fabric, so the whole strip of fabric, and all the measurements for the different widths are in, and how many to cut out of each are in the pattern. So once you get those, you will have, this is a leftover of mine, you would obviously have the entire width of fabric sewn together, but you will create 5 different strip sets with those different pieces of fabric. And I will show you where to use those different strip sets to create the blocks. The first block that we're going to do is the corner block. And the corner blocks are all on the 4 corners of the quilt, and it is put together with an O piece. This O piece, the first thing you're going to do with the O pieces in this pattern is cut them from corner to corner. They're all cut from corner to corner. So if they come apart. All right, there we go. So we're going to make triangles from them. And this is one of your strip sets. So the first thing we're going to do is sew the 2 triangles to either side of strip set 5, and that will give us our 4 corner blocks. The last step on making the 4 corners of this quilt are to take a ruler and line it up on the edges of your triangles, and then the point in the center of your strip piece set, and trim that top off to make the corner, and that will get your corner of the top of your block of each 4 corners of the quilt set that way. Now, the next block we're going to do, this is the side setting triangles. This quilt top is put together on point. So the side setting triangles there's 2 different blocks for this, one for across the top and one for down the sides. But we're just going to do one because they're very, very similar. Here is the first step on this block. We're going to go ahead and attach this piece here. And then once we have that piece sewn, we're going to attach this piece. Here is the unit that we just made. And now we are going to add strip set 3 to one side. And then we are going to add strip set 5 to the other side. And we're going to go ahead and put that so that when you add this section, this end of the strip set will hang over just a little bit. Rather than making you make an entirely new strip set, we're just going to trim that. So I'll show you how to trim that once we get back. But the other thing I wanted to show you is this unit in the Argyle side setting triangle is essentially the exact same thing in the top and bottom side setting triangle. All we're going to do is just switch out that piece. So we're making the same unit, but one of the units has a plain block here, and our other unit, and this is very clear in the pattern, but our other unit has this unit in that section. So let's go ahead and put these together. We'll trim that end off, and then I'll show you how to put the triangles on either side. We are going to trim strip set 5. Just square off that piece right there. And that's all you have to do. And then we're going to take square O again and cut it corner to corner. That's what we're going to do with all the O pieces to make our triangles. And we are going to orient the pieces, it's easier to see it this way, like this when we put it together. So you're going to line up the 90-degree angle of the triangle with the corners of this square piece component, and you're going to put one triangle on so that then you're going to have to open it and sew your other one. Otherwise your little corner will be trapped if you do both of them and then open. So you're going to notice that there is a little overhang here. That is what you want, because you want that little area so that you'll have some room to attach your binding and not cut off your corner, because you want your pretty little corners on your quilt. So I will go ahead and attach these 2 pieces. And again, the only difference between this, which is the Argyle side setting triangle, and then the top and bottom setting triangles, is this piece right here is plain in one of them, and then we just had to piece 3 pieces to make the other component. So I will be back as soon as that's done. Here is that side setting triangle completed, and you can see our little area for the binding to be attached. This is going to be the edge of the quilt. We've got our O pieces attached. The other thing I want to mention is on these lighter blocks, the Argyle blocks as they're called in the pattern, all of the seams are being pressed away from the strip piecing. So you'll see that this seam and this seam is all away from the strip piecing. That's because on this next block, we are going to press all the seams toward the strip piecing, and they are going to align with each other when they lay out. You're going to have these seams on one side, you're going to have these seams going in, and they're going to nest in these areas where the blocks come together and you have seams that meet, and that's going to make it really easy to line up your blocks as well as not have all that bulk. So here is the next block. This is our, what I called the feature fabric quilt block. So this fabric is B Dots by Lori Holt for Riley Blake Fabrics. So that's my featured fabric here. On the other version of the quilt, it's golf fabric because I thought that Argyle looked like a golf quilt, of course. So that's why this block is called that. But this block is the same thing that we did in the previous block. We're going to go ahead and attach this piece, which is our N piece, onto the L piece. And then after we do that, we're going to attach the M piece. M as in Mary. So on each one of these, you will do the exact same steps. We'll put this on here, this on here, this on here, this on here, and we'll get 4 squares. And then once those 4 squares are completed, we're going to attach them to either side of this strip piece. And this is strip piece 1 right here. And then once we have these components all put together, we're going to attach them to either side of strip set 2. Sorry, this is strip set 1, and this is strip set 2. So that's going to bring our block all together, and then we can start putting this quilt together. So here's our feature block, and this is actually this way. This is one strip set. These are the other 2 strip sets we used. And you'll notice I didn't pin this one on purpose because I wanted to show you that this fabric, and this is actually pretty close. I would never rip this out. I think it's fine. But you'll notice that when you're sewing either side of this to that middle strip set, and especially if you're going one direction and then you're sewing the other direction, this will shift. So I actually folded mine over. I don't normally sew with brown thread, but I had it in my machine when I did this. But I would fold it over. I would line up these 2 strip sets, and I would just put a pin here when I got to my second side. And that way I found that I could line these 2 pieces up. But honestly, when you put it on point and you turn it, your eye doesn't see that very readily. When it's up and down like this, your eye sees it more. But this quilt is going to be put together on point. So here is our corner. Here is this piece. Here is this piece that's going to, scoot this up just a smidge. This piece is going to go here. You're going to line this corner up. This is going to be your first row of the quilt. This is going to be the second row of the quilt. And this piece, of course, will also be over here. You'll have 2. And so that'll be your second row. And remember, we talked about always pressing the light colored blocks or your background colored blocks toward away from the strip sets, and this toward the strip sets. And that's because, see how your seams, where your seams align, those are going to nest now. And it's going to make it really easy to line up your blocks, line up your rows. And it's a really easy thing to do as you go along, and it makes things a lot easier. So here is our finished quilt with the fun Argyle fabrics. And you can see our rows going along. You can see our featured fabric block. This block is essentially almost the same piecing as this block. We didn't go over this block, but that's because the piecing is so similar. And this is also strip sets and then a strip set. So the same exact thing as you do over here. And then you've got the top side setting triangles, or the top setting triangles that we talked about are very similar to your side setting triangles. Just the only difference is this portion of the block. So that's where you get those 2 different pieces. So really there's 5 essential blocks in this pattern, but they're very similar. And I think that you come up with a pretty darn cute quilt after the fact. And then here is the golf version. So it's same thing. We've got our featured block with a little frame around it. You've got your Argyle blocks. You've got your top setting triangles. You've got your side setting triangles, and you've got your corner. And on this one, I did some really cute quilting with some flags and tees and golf balls. So I thought that was really fun. So I hope you have enjoyed making Match Play Argyle. Thank you so much for joining me for Match Play Argyle. I hope now that you can see this is actually an easy quilt to construct. The only reason I classified it as an intermediate level pattern was because of the on-point construction, and also the strip piecing pieces are somewhat narrow, but I think it's very doable for most people that have put together several quilts, particularly an on-point quilt in the past. So I hope that you enjoy this quilt, and I hope that you have someone that would love this quilt in your life. And so thanks so much, and until next time, I appreciate you coming to Easy Piecy Quilt YouTube channel.